What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 5 in my Climbing to 1700 series on Chess.com Rapid. We're coming off a win, and our record is 2-1-1 currently. Alright, without further ado, let's hop into a 10-5 Rapid game. Okay. Sometimes it takes a good minute, because on 10-5 the player pool is a good amount smaller, as it would be on a 15-10 or a 10-5 or a 10-minute no increment game mode. So sometimes I gotta deal with waiting for a good amount of time. Okay, we get a guy from Argentina. He's rated 1563. We will start off with pawn to e4. If you're wondering why I'm back at 1569, it's because I played in a tournament on a few days ago, and I didn't do that well, and I went against lower rated opponents, so I ended up dropping 40 ratings, so we have a bit of a hole to climb ourselves out to today, but hopefully we'll get back on track and get back up to 1600. Okay, so we're in a Scotch game right now. Let's see if he'll go for the classical. I think I've been white every single game. That's 5 games. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so he goes for the classical. We'll just play bishop to e3. He takes. We'll take back. Okay, and he already kind of slipped up here because, we just have a much better, we have more development in a central pawn. Here we'll just take his queen. It's the simplest option. And I'm pretty sure the move here is knight to c3, I'm pretty sure. I think we can also go bishop to d3. Yeah, I'll just go knight c3. Don't overthink it much. I'm trying to remember the correct line. I just made a video on it, but I can't quite remember the correct line to go into. I'll just play bishop to d3, though. Just, keep it all standard, simple stuff. Now this grants me the option to either go kingside or queenside. Both seem pretty appealing, but I'll go kingside castle. Just keep things a lot safer. But I was totally not opposed castling queenside there, but this is a more conservative, safe approach. So yeah. Now we can just go with our plan. Centralize the rooks, push f4. We reached a pretty quick middle game, so this will probably be a relatively short game, but I guess it depends. Okay, so bishop to d7. Maybe probably setting bishop to c6 up, applying pressure to this pawn. I will just go. I want to go rook e1, but I feel like I also should set this push up. I don't know if this push is as strong, because typically we want to go for it, but I don't know when all the pieces are off if it's as strong. So, I feel like he has this, and this is a pretty annoying weakness to deal with. So, I'll just go rook e1 and look to get my d1 rook in. I can also push and just have a pretty straightforward, simple game. Okay, we'll get this rook in. Everything is, pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary yet. Yeah, the Scotch can lead to very, simple positions, which I don't mind a lot of the times. So he goes here. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a wasted move, because we can just push, and I don't mind this diagonal being open because he doesn't have a dark squared bishop. So, unless he's baiting me to play this move, which he might be, I'm just going to play it. I don't see a problem with it. So, it just kind of, it helps us, I feel like. Just supporting this pawn more. Okay, I can't quite get e5 in yet, because after takes, I lose the rook. I do like knight here, because we hit this, that'd win a pawn and get us a fork. We also threaten to take here, which would lead to doubled pawns. And if he decides to take back, we would capture with the pawn. And then it would just be a battle for, I guess, the open file rook. we would probably reach a bishop endgame, which I suppose I would be fine with. It might be a draw, but we'll just have to see. But he drops back. I feel like this is kind of premature because he can just push, and then I'm getting a lot of kingside activity, but I don't know if that's any good. So I'm just going to hop here. I mean, I feel like he kind of has to take because we're threatening the pawn in the fork and then also doubling up the pawns. Okay, so he takes back. I'll pre-move this. I doubt he'll take because he gives up the open file. He goes there. Interesting. That he's opting to double pawns. Okay. Let me make sure if we have like this. We kind of have to take because it's pinned to this pawn. All right, so that helps us significantly because now he has doubled pawns. Again, it probably doesn't mean much, but I mean, that would help us, I feel like, because, doubled pawns, almost always, especially in endgames, are worse than, say, non-doubled pawns. All right, anyways, we could trade and then get my king, like, here, so there's no infiltration, and then we could maybe get this, but he can play, like, rook here, which that's actually pretty annoying, and he can get, like, a really active rook, so I do not like that. I'm just going to play king f2. Just get my king in the game, active king, and now, once I take here, we can now play this. Let me make sure. Take. We go here, he takes, bang, 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 bang. Ooh, I don't like that. I feel like his king can... Sorry for the bad arrows. I feel like his king can get in. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't like that one bit. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that. If we try, like, rook to d4, if he takes, we go here, checks, he gets the open file, we can go back here, and then you can maybe go, like, rook here. I just don't like that. Like, I don't know. I just don't like how my rook is going to be tied down. I guess we can push, and then, I don't know. I just think my rook is kind of bad. I mean, it's probably totally fine. I just want to make sure that I'm not... Maybe this is a good move, because we defend the pawn. Yeah, that might be good. That does give him a queenside majority. We have to be careful about that. I meant a kingside majority, excuse me, with the 3 versus 2. But once again, them being doubled pawns really does help us out. I want to make sure having this backwards pawn also wouldn't be a big... would be fine. Because if he goes here, we go here, he goes here, we can go rook here, I guess. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I like that more than my other options. Okay. I feel like there's a good chance he will take, because now, if he doesn't take, we can set this up, and that's pretty powerful. We can double up on the only open file. I mean, my rooks, I would argue, are definitely better than his at the moment. Now, if he takes, that will change, because now he can get, I guess, that. He might actually go for this. Okay, interesting. All right. We're kind of getting low on time. If we take, he takes. We play this. Rook e1. He'll probably go here. There's no push, unfortunately. Could we set up this? That looks kind of good. if we play this, he goes here. Take, if he takes like that, take. We go there, he goes there, we go there. Then I feel like we're winning there. Because he's going to be tied down on that pawn. But the problem is, he wouldn't. If we go here, problem is, and if he goes there, if we take, he's just going to take back with the pawn, and we've reached the exact same position as before. Except, are we a move ahead this time? I think we are. Let me make sure. Yeah, we are. Wait, I don't know. I'm not sure at all. No, it's the same move order. Yeah, if he goes here, he'll probably just end up going here, and then what? We take, he takes, we go here, he goes there, we go here. Just something like that, I guess. I'll take. Why not? Yeah. Maybe we keep the rook here. Yeah, I'll get my king in first. Yeah, that seems like the smart move, to get my king in. Because this rook's going to be blocked anyways. We can go for a rook lift, maybe, and create some noise on the queen side. If we can get my rook onto this row, that would be so good, because it can just apply so much pressure. It can apply pressure here. Yeah, that would be ideal. So I think we start by going here. Yeah. That seems like the correct move. So I feel like our rook is a lot better than his. I know I said that already, but it just feels a lot better. If he goes here, which he probably will, we can now set up king e4, kind of just blocking everything in. Okay, so he plays that. We can now just go here. It's very nice that there's no pawn here, and now we have a pawn that can bombard the king. So let's make use of that. I think we should go here, and then, yes, that would be really good. Wait, if we, like, do this, we check, king, like, goes here, we go there or something. Okay, can we go here? If he goes there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we just have to find a way to get to these doubled pawns. Like, if we go here, probably pushes, we go here. Oh, now we're staring at this. He'll probably go here, that's the only thing. Which, I mean, is that really a problem? I don't think it is. Oh, I'm just worried if his rook ever gets, like, here. We could push up to c4. Okay, he goes here. What now? I'll go here, defend this. Yeah. Let's utilize the advantage that we have of having a pawn that's able to defend this pawn. This is an isolated pawn. So this pawn cannot be defended by any other pawn on the board at any given time. Okay, so I want to go here. He'll have to push unless he goes back. And then if we go here, he'll push again. I'm going to go here. Let's just play aggressive. I mean, we're setting this up. That looks quite good. Okay, fair move. Now we can go here, right? Okay, I'm running low on the clock. If we go here, push takes check. We can create a passer very easily. Oh man, do we want to do that? We can go here. He comes this way. Let's go for this. If he goes here, what we have en passant, I guess. Or no, we can just take this and then we have a pass pawn. And then we can target this pawn, come in this way. So that's probably a big time blunder for him. Yeah, like if we can find a way to get to these pawns, it's probably game over. Because I mean, him having doubled pawns absolutely hurts him so much. Because it made this pawn isolated and weak. Like his king is stuck. And I mean, they're going to be easy to pick off, like I said, if I ever get to go to them. If I ever get the chance. I just don't know how I'm going to get to them at the moment. I mean, pushing this is probably a start. Because the king's going to be like forced back. And now maybe we can go here and look to come in that way. We can go here, hit the pawn. Okay. Oh, he's going to take with the king, right? Is that a problem? Oh, man. He takes with the king. Now what? Oh, I'm so low on time. Shoot. I'll just take en passant. That was probably a bad move. Oh, man. Now I can go here. At least. Take the open file. Oh, I can probably win this pawn. I'm going to win this pawn, so that's pretty good. And then I can pick off these pawns. I can also create a pass pawn relatively easily right here, probably. It's a 3-on-2. I'm just so low on time. Once again, another case of me playing slow and getting low on time. But we're winning, definitely. I would be surprised if we aren't. Because how's he going to defend this pawn after rook d5? I think we're just going to inevitably win this pawn. And then if he, like, we also could threaten, like, this, like, ideas of that. I mean, if we go here, his king can't get in. His king is cut off, so that's ginormous for us. My king is way better than his king. It's centralized, and it's attacking this isolated pawn. So if we get here, we take, he takes, we take. We can start to pick off these pawns, or we can just shift our focus to over here, where we actually have a 3-on-2. I'll just go here. I kind of hope we did kind of give him this. Yeah, we did give him this. But I suppose that's fine. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's fine, actually. But we're still threatening this. I mean, we still have a 2-on-1. We could push this. Take, check. Now it's a 3-on-2. And he has doubled pawns. So, I mean, yeah, this should be winning for us. Because if my king can get here, he's not going to have, like, any pieces to move. And eventually I'm going to put him into a position where he's forced to make a bad move. Because his king is going to have to leave one of these pawns. Okay, so if he goes like rook here, do we have this push? If he comes here... Alright, let's just go here then. I wasn't expecting him to play that, actually. I was not. I thought he was going to play this and, like, try and make some noise down here. That probably would have been the best move. Check. Can't take because of my king. He takes back, and then we force that. Alright, great. Now we're up 2 pawns. Sure, they're crappy and double, but we can use them kind of as, like, bait, I guess. Yeah, now this is just a dub. Wait, so we go here. He goes there. We go there. Bang, take, bang, take, bang, bang. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. We are locked and loaded, folks. Wow, I'm glad that I managed to scrape this out. Because sometimes I can fumble those games. I guess we all can. But especially being low on time. Now this pawn, he can't reach this pawn now. So, yep, there we go. He resigned. Great. A good bounce back win from a tough tournament I had. We're at 1579 now. I'll hop into a quick review. Okay. Let's see. I'll guess we played with 86. I felt like that was a pretty clean game. Played 90.6. Nice. We had 3 inaccuracies and 1 miss. Curious to see what those are. Okay. Yeah, all book moves here. Yep, taking here. This was an inaccuracy. I do remember, I think, we play that. And then, I guess the point is, after rook here, we can push that, and now we just have a really good center, and the queen's hit and stuff. The knight's hit, excuse me. Okay. Interesting. But this isn't that bad. We're still 0.3. Castles. Yep. All good stuff. So, it's an even game. Curious to see where he went wrong. That was, so playing this was right. And what, do we play that? And now we have a good kingside attack here. I kind of wrote that off pretty early on. I thought it was just not going to be any good, but no, clearly I was wrong. It's the best choice. Playing this was another inaccuracy, pretty bad one. I mean, we went from up 1 to now only up 0.1. So basically from winning to a draw. And then he took. Yeah, him giving the doubled pawns was pretty rough. This also allowed for the isolated pawn to come through. Because if the pawn was here, that wouldn't have been the case. This pawn right here could have been defended. So that was interesting. Because, that pawn being isolated ended up costing him the game completely. That is why always make sure to go after isolated pawns, because it's a big time weakness most of the times. Sometimes they can be useful, but that's just a total weakness you can go after, so just be mindful about that. Okay, yep, takes. We're up a pawn here, 0.9, so roughly a pawn. So going for this was the right idea. Yep, just kind of getting it active, going for a push, stuff like that. That was a mistake. Yeah, I mean, it drastically overextended his queen side. So, okay, this was a miss. I guess playing here was correct, because if you played this, we could set this up, and this is unstoppable now. And, well, I guess we can go for en passant, but now we have a pass pawn, and that's terrible for him. And we're up a pawn there, so. But if he didn't do anything, we can set this up, this check, win this. I mean, we're going to win this pawn, maybe this pawn. So that would have been terrible. But I did see this move, and I figured I wouldn't even try and go for it. But he played that move. Yeah, now we threaten that. En passant was a great move. I'm actually surprised. I mean, en passant just proving amazing once again. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. This isn't even from my game. My bad. Why did I think that was from my game? Okay, never mind. Back to the actual game. Okay, so en passant was still good. That's what I was thinking of in my game. Yeah, I mean, his king's cut off. Rook d5 is going to come. And it did. Yeah, I thought he was totally going to play this move. And I would have played this move, which we're still winning, I guess. But I would not have played this move. I definitely wouldn't have. But yeah, that was a mistake, an inaccuracy. Then we can go there, just chase down all these pawns. And this pawn just has a red carpet to promotion. And nice win. Got in time trouble once again. Next episode, maybe I'll try 1510, so I have a little more time to think. But yeah, good one today. Appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.